what I think. This is just like, I know I talk about things when I comb up my hair, but one of the things of being more of a sensitive, introverted, consistent person is, you know, you finally get to the point. I know you might think about things, you might care a lot about something, but then you finally realize, you know what? Do other people care? Not really. About things in general, like, everybody's like, they switch off this and they go on that. And a lot of people, I hate to say it, but they're very focused on their own thing and what they're thinking. And this is always paramount to them. And that's great. But I finally think, after the longest time, I just feel free because I feel like I'm not going to be bothered. I mean, there are things that may weigh upon me, but I'm not going to be bothered. I only want consistent people and consistent things in my life. And as an introvert, I believe we need to seek those things out because, like the truly introverted people, we love consistent things that are kind and true and steadfast always. Like everything you say should be 100% your truth. You should never say something or do something that you don't feel is truthful. But let's be honest, the world's not like that. But I just feel like after a long time, I'm free. I'm free. I'm free of all the ridiculous things, you know. And also, I'm giving myself permission to be free from all sorts of ridiculousness. Like, okay, like some people, they come on different apps and they think that they're entitled to a response for you. And you kind of notice that when they don't get what they want, like the switch flipped and they are like criticizing you, but you're like, but wait a minute, like a few days ago, like you were up on my Instagram page, like praising me to the point that your comments were being hidden by Instagram, and Instagram was saying that these were not considered community guideline appropriate comments because you were like, oh, so amazing, so hot, so cute, like. But then the minute that I said, hey, I'm not on this app to like meet somebody on a dating type scenario, and I just want to make a page about hair, and then it flips, and I'm like, this is weird. But it's weird. Like, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. There's a lot of different things in life, and I'm just like, I don't feel like I should be beholden to anything. And I always see a lot of people, even like there's kind people and consistent people, and they're light and airy. And I've never been light and airy. I've just never been like that. Like I always feel so like I'm always thinking about things. But I don't know, something is changing in my mind. I'm gonna be more like everybody else. Not like everybody else, but just more like the world tends to be so unfazed by things. Like even people who claim to care about activism or care about political things, like they might in that moment, but like 3 years from now, do they really still care? Like I don't know. I just feel like people in general go with like whatever feels good in the moment or makes them feel great. But just because you encounter scenarios, situations, where people are willing to say and do things that kind of make you feel bad, you need to deflect that because it's not about you, it's always about them. Because anybody that like plays that game, they weren't in your authentic court. And this is why I am going to be on social media, but I believe in doing it in a very introverted, non trendy sort of way. I mean, I'm growing my hair long. I don't think long hair is trendy. Not in the way that some people do, but I want to share like how to continuing to grow my hair long in a healthy way. That's all. Let's see, there's like some. I'm not gonna show comments that talk about people's appearance, okay, guys? I think you guys know better than that. My channel is not about that. Like, I don't want to talk about other people's appearances. I'm not playing a comparison game. I'm just here to be myself. And yeah, no, that's not what I'm about. Anyway, I'm just here to be my own little self and to share along here. And I'm gonna have to buy more detangling spray soon, probably. So it's pretty much done. I think I need to get another one that's more full. We'll use these ones up first. I eat whatever I want. I mean, that's weird. Like, people think that you have to eat meat to have a good Christmas. Guys, it's 2025. I know we've gotten a little regressive, but like, let's get more progressive. Like, this is a very progressive page, okay? We're progressive. We're progressive people. You can eat potatoes. You can eat salad. You can eat so much yummy, yummy stuff. Meat's not even good. Like, in my opinion, like, personally, I don't like animals to die for my meal, but like, vegetables and fruit are more tasty than meat. Dessert's more tasty than meat. Like, everything is more tasty than meat to me. So, like, I'm sure you eat many things at Christmas dinner that are not meat. Like, are you eating meat 24/7? I mean, just like, I don't understand that thought process because, like, probably 90% of what you eat is not meat. And if it's not, maybe you don't have enough fiber in your diet. Like, okay, so somebody made this interesting point the other day. They were like, Americans don't really eat fruit, and they think fruit has fructose in it, which it does, but they equate that with like sugar because there's some people that erroneously think that somehow fruit is unhealthy now, and a lot of people from Iranian background, they're like confused or like, oh, like people can't even eat an apple. I'm like, ridiculous, ridiculum. The more fruit you eat, the better. In fact, sometimes I'm like, I should be eating more fruit. Like I ate an orange today, and you feel amazingly better when you eat a piece of fruit. Like it just uplifts your spirit so much. Because fruit has glycogen in it, and it's good for your brain. Like, and I believe in the food body mind connection, and I think sometimes if you're not eating like fruit, you're probably binging on dessert somewhere. So I don't know. But you don't eat fruit? Yeah. Well, my page is kind of progressive. Yeah. We like to eat fruits and veggies. I didn't know that was so controversial, but this not even matters. I mean, obviously it helps you grow your hair long. Like, I just always laugh because people are like, oh, you need to eat meat to grow your hair long. I'm like, I ate chicken since 2013. And I grow my hair just fine. Yes, some of it's genetics, but some of it's how I take care of my hair too, you know? But anyway, Yeah, I have another channel called California Mountain Art and Life where I have shared a lot of food that I made over the years, and there's a lot of options. Like if you're really vegetarian or vegan, like tofurkey, tofu, seitan, um, hummus, beans and rice, nutella, which is lentils and rice. Like there's a lot of like protein-rich plant-based foods. I mean, there's a little bit of protein in every food you eat, though. So, like, the people that are thinking, like, oh my gosh, you're not going to get enough protein on plant based diet. I'm like, no, we don't do that here. I don't argue with you guys. I just don't. I'm just like, okay, you're not getting my vibe. Like, I want to feel uplifted. I don't want to feel sluggish. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go eat more fruit today. I'm probably gonna make an apple pie later tonight. If you don't want fruit, that's on you guys. Oh, I'm just like, okay, you're missing out. Like I'm not gonna miss out on things in life. You know, I know there's a lot of people that just they have to eat this very narrow way. I just don't even think being plant based is narrow, honestly, because it seems like people that are on really high protein diets, they're eating more narrow than we do. I know, but yeah, that's my answer for you guys. No, fruit is healthy. It's not even that. Like I was talking about in Iranian culture, how they eat a lot of fruit, and there are certain vitamins and minerals you will find in fruit that you can't get in meat. Okay, and the meat, the animal eats fruit and veggies. So I don't understand the obsession with not eating the piece of fruit. To me, it's just like, what do you like? How do you have your yummy yummy dessert? Where's your yummy yummy? Like you're lacking a yummy yummy, and your glycogen levels aren't going to be as high just because you can't eat a piece of fruit, but you probably eat a dessert somewhere. So that's what because if you're not going to eat any fruit, like I'm not like fruitarian, that's another deep end way. But yeah, eat a little bit of everything. Don't restrict because this page is not about restriction. It's about living a full fledged happy life. Yeah, I just can never get behind restrictions of any kind. And why wouldn't it be okay? This is my page. Of course it's okay. I teach like progressive thought process, so of course it's okay. Yes, it's 100% okay. Like, who said it wasn't? It's funny. I mean, I don't know. Just fine. I don't know. I'm being a little bit more into my thought process lately, and a little bit more standing up for myself because I'm had a lot lately of just people. I don't know. This is why I'm feeling more free lately because I've just had it up to here with like everybody having their own opinion about things in life. Like, go do you. I've never kept anybody from doing what they want. Yeah, I'm just right up to here. I really have. And yeah. Mhm. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I've never gotten anybody's page and been like, you should do things this way. Just I don't, or just in life in general. Like this is another reason. Like I talk about things, but I'm feeling more free all of a sudden because I've been presented again with like these scenarios where oh you can do something and really 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 put a lot of effort and time into something, but it doesn't really matter because there's like a lot of how should I put it this way? Double standards in life. And I feel like somehow I'm just predestined to be somebody where more is expected of me. And other people are like, oh, you could just pretend that you don't see this and and you don't push yourself hard. And yeah, I don't know. but that's not really what this is about. It's just about me coming to some strong realizations that I want to be free and I'm going to live my best life, and I'm just not letting other people's opinions hold me back much anymore because everybody else is legendary and I'm focusing more on being legendary too, you know? Mm. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just saying. Oh, really? I'm bigger than a bowl of oatmeal. Okay. Do you stir up your oatmeal? I don't. Okay, thanks. I guess that's a compliment. I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I'm a little curvy, I guess. Don't know what to tell you about that. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm just like, guys, if you're more of a sensitive, introverted type of person, it it is a struggle bus. Not like literally a struggle bus, but I think it's just harder for us to be legendary. We may know what we like and what we feel, but people that feel very confident in what they believe and feel kind of want to project that onto you or tell you what you should be thinking or feeling, and they're just going through life feeling very light and airy. But I'm like, why can't I have that? Like, why am I predestined to be the one that does everything to the break point and back? I don't know. I don't know. It's just what it is. And my sister didn't believe me last night when I told her this. I'm like, yes, some people are predestined to do more, and they just have to do everything harder. And other people can quiet quit and sail through life, and I don't know, but that's not my role. And she's like, yes, you can. You can pretend to like be like that. And I said, no. Some people, and it's hard to explain this, but some people are just predestined to have to do more than other people and to feel more adept at things. You know, I don't know. But with that being said, I'm focusing on being more light and airy because you might feel those things and know that you kind of have to do 5 times more than other people, than the other person who could get away with doing pretty much nothing. But this is just who I'm predestined to be. And I know my personality and I can like shift it and make it different. So, so yeah. Mhm. I'm gonna go out. Well, I need to do. Hold on, start doing something else under there. And I probably should comb through my hair, but I don't want to be fast. I just want to be careful. You know, I just want to be careful with it. But I'm not destined to be your wife, girly, or guy, or whoever you are. I'm not. I'm destined to be a single woman for the rest of my life. Mm-mm. No, there is nobody for me. I'll tell you that. Like, I'm good. Like, and I'm sure you're a great person, but I do these little live streams because they're fun, and I love enjoying long hair. But I'm not destined to be anybody's wife, and I know that 100%. Like, yeah, and I'll tell you this, like, I'm not even gonna go into why I do that, but I'm definitely not destined to be anybody's wife, and I literally wouldn't want to be because, yeah, I see a lot of people that they post a lot of things about their relationships online. Some of it they have great relationships, but a lot of people don't, and I just think like, yeah, I don't. I think you need to get to a point in your life, like this is for me personally, that you're just good with yourself and God, and you don't you don't really need that. Like, I think it's natural to want that, but it's not really something you need. And I think after a certain age, if you've been single, like, you're not gonna want to compromise because, like, when I've tried to meet people, I no, like, just scenarios, they don't really gel with me, and I have no desire to keep doing that. And yeah, so no, I just want to be a single woman, and I want to grow my hair long, and I want to focus on my happiness and just being like free for myself, not free in a like a wanton kind of way, just free for myself, like free to live a good, wholesome life, you know. So, but that's just yeah. So I don't like put it on blast. It's just like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, and I'm good with that. Like, I'm really, really good with that because I pretty much always have. And the few times I kind of thought about it, I wasn't pleased by the people I met. And yeah, I'm the kind of person I need to know you in real life. I'm not looking for the dating app or the dating site or matchmaking or so I just came to this realization that some people are going to have really great relationships, beautiful ones. But a lot of people don't have beautiful ones, and they post a lot of, or they just share a lot of, like, you don't even have to post this. And I hear what they say, and I'm just like, at least I'm not on that struggle bus. Like, we all have our own struggle bus, right? But I'm not on that one. And I'm kind of happy because I'm like, at least like there are things that bother me, but it's more just about being an introverted mindset soul who doesn't really congeal with extroverted, non-sensitive world. Really, you know. That's but I'm learning to be more free because there just comes a point like, what are you going to do? We went through COVID, which was so bonkers, so bonker. And I think a lot of people are overcompensating right now. Like, a lot of entitled behavior, I believe, is directly tied to COVID. Like, people feel that they're owed even more in life. And I just don't like that. I don't congeal with that. So I seek out people. Like, there's a lot of really good people in this world, really kind people, really true people, and I'm cordial to everyone. But as an introvert, it's not my place nor my mission to try and understand why everybody does the things that they do. And I'm learning, like, and this takes a long time to be more free, like to detach from just things like that feel bothersome or just feel unfair. I'm just learning to detach from it because, in general, a lot of people do. Like, they detach so easily and they just go off and they go from one thing to another and they're like, oh, don't think about this, think about that. And they let everything go. They don't overanalyze anything and they're on the next thing. I mean, I'm never going to stop overanalyzing, but I'm learning to just like, okay, that was them. This is you. This what other people do doesn't really have anything to do with me. And I think at the end of the day, this is why I just want to live a quieter life. And some people just like they're like, oh my gosh, like the quieter life. You're not pursuing glitzy things. Like, the only thing I wanted to do was go to Disneyland before Christmas, but I don't know if we can do that or not. That was like it. That's the only thing I really wanted to do. And I'll go walk out in nature and I'll look at a ginkgo tree. Like, my mom and I were talking about a ginkgo tree. You know, the beautiful, like, because here in Southern California we don't really have 4 seasons. We kind of have 2.5, maybe. It's still pretty warm here in December, but we're finally getting fall, autumn, autumnal colors on the trees. And there's this beautiful yellow ginkgo tree, and I showed my mom a picture of it, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" It reminded her. This was just a really fascinating botanical discussion of an ancient ginkgo tree. I mean, that was planted somewhere in Topeka because she had a botany class when she was in, I don't know, middle school maybe. And she needed to find a leaf off a ginkgo tree. And her dad knew where one was planted. I just always thought that was so interesting because they always had such interesting botanical discussions. And I'm just like, my mom is amazing. Like the things she plants, how she knows how she grew these apple trees just from little saplings that she ordered in a catalog, and her knowledge of perennials and annuals, and just the amount that they garden. Yeah, I really admire my mom. My mom's like the best person I know. She's the only person that I really truly care about too, because she's always consistent and loyal. And, no, I have a couple and I do love my sisters and a couple best friends. Just people that I know that are consistent, right? And it's kind of rare, you know. But anyway, yeah, these are just my thoughts. Be free. Don't. Of course, you're still gonna feel sensitive. If you're sensitive, introverted type, you're gonna be sensitive about things in life. But be free of it, because just realize, like, what other people do really has nothing to do with you. I mean, it does to some degree, but it can't impact if you want to be happy, if you want to enjoy your day, if you want to smile, and you just want to go out and have a good life. Like, what other people say to do really cannot impact you. It might in the moment, but in the grand scheme of things, no. Because I want to grow my hair long, right? There's a lot of people that don't like long hair. They have all sorts of opinions about long hair. They don't like if people do hit on their hair. Like, why? I don't know. There's just people that have all sorts of opinions about how you should live your life, right? I don't know. And I'm not for that. Mistress? The flip? Are you okay? I'm not the mistress of the house. You are funny bunny. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing content that's fun for me, that springs into my mind. I'm not gonna like overly panic if, oh no, I'm not getting a viral video today. Like, a lot of people pay to get that viral video. Like, there's still these people out here, and I know why, because you'll get emails from them saying how you can pay them to promote your videos. I'm like, what? That just doesn't seem right. It seems like a security breach to your channel. Plus, I'm too frugal. I'm not gonna pay somebody. And if I really, really want, which, to be honest, like, I don't even think is important. Well, it might be important to the candle people, like the lady that was farting the candle. That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. There's people doing all sorts of weird things on the internet right now to make extra money, 6-figure income. Candle lady. Um, mm, I'm afraid to smell candles at like Home Goods right now, because I saw a video where this lady farted into a candle and gave it to her significant other to smell, and she said this was their thing. And I'm like, did they buy the candle or did they put it back on the shelf? And she was bragging about how she makes an income doing this, and I'm like, mm, yeah, no, no. There's just a lot of things, and I'm like, and this is Instagram, right? I thought Instagram didn't really like that kind of content, but apparently there's been a lot of questionable content, in my opinion. Like today, a gender reveal. This was super questionable. I was gonna leave a comment, but I decided to delete it because super questionable. So there's this lady, I guess she's having her sixth child, but not all the children were in the video. There was the baby and the older son. It was something about the unedited gender reveal gone wrong, and like it was a sparkler, and they were burning their hands, and the thing was going off, and she was blaming her oldest son for not reading the directions. When at the end of the day, he's not over 18. You bought that, and you're on social media like blaming your older son and making him hide behind a teddy bear because you wanted the perfect video. And then other people were like, well, where are your other kids? And you're like, oh, they're getting ready. And it was such a, I don't understand this. And the reason it bothers me is you can do any kind of gender reveal you want. I'm not gonna like rain on your parade of the how you want to do your gender reveal. But a few years ago here in Southern California, there was a couple that did a gender reveal that caused a massive forest fire because their little sparkler thing caught fire in the trees. And it was on the national news. It was actually on the international news, and people kind of know about this. And there was a lot of discussion why sparkler. I know people are still going to do fireworks, and there's parts of the country where it's just really green. Well, there's a reason that fireworks are banned in Southern California. I know people still like shoot them off and think that's okay, but a lot of them cause fires, and I don't know. It was just kind of a lot of questionable content, but at the end of the day, I can stay in my own lane. Those things really don't have anything to do with me. And of course, a video like that's getting views. But what is it telling us at the end of the day? Do I feel like that's a family that loves each other? Because it just felt weird. Like, what was I watching? Like, why was this posted? What were you trying to tell us in that story? Like, it may just be a small story, but I don't know. It was just all kinds of questionable. And then there was another video of her twerking with her belly and her older son wearing plastic gloves. And I just was getting kind of the ick vibe. Like, I don't really know what this lady was trying. I think she's just doing this to get views, okay? But this brings up another discussion. I mean, why? I know people are like, oh my gosh, like, first off, a lot of content on the internet is very AI generated right now. Obviously, I'm a real person, okay? Like, I might have used a few AI songs, but I don't know. It's like a song based on a story I write, like a short story. So I'm like, I don't play my music. It's an AI generated song. But I'm still me. But there's people that post AI generated content on Facebook. It's not written by them and it's obvious, but people are just commenting on it like it's real. And I'm like, this is obviously AI generated. Um, I don't know. Or they're using an AI bot to somehow get more views, or they're just posting general rage bait. But I'm like, okay, if we're gonna be free, let's just not worry about it. And the one thing I love about my mom is she just doesn't care about this kind of stuff. I'm like, she's looked at the internet, but in general, she just. I like being on social media for creative purposes, but I like my mom too. She's like, Julia, why do you care if somebody posted this really weird video with something controversial, something kind of disgusting? It doesn't matter. I'm like, okay, like, is this evergreen content? Like, I just think at the end of your life, don't you want to post things that you think are uplifting, kind, and thoughtful? Like, and if it doesn't meet any of those three criteria, I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Thank you, Carter. My hair is drying fast. It really is. It grew a little bit more than I thought. Last couple days. I'm like, huh, it just seems like it's a little bit longer than I thought it was, but I don't know. I do not know sometimes. I know, but I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe not. Just trying to get this part kind of no. Okay. So yes. Let's go get a hair tie. I'm feeling pretty spicy, little West Asian today. Just I'm still introverted, but I don't know. It's just I'm being a little bit more candid, right? I'm not always super candid. I am, but I'm not. I kind of acquiesce. Anyway, it's better just to focus on your own life, clean and plate. Okay, so there's always going to be a lot of people. They're just not going to agree with things that you think are good or right. But if you're happy within yourself or you're striving to be happy within yourself, life is short, my friend. My mom's right. It doesn't really matter what other people are doing. What are you doing? What's making your life better? And I think that's kind of like this is something I've always like as a similar person I'll always have like, why did this happen? That doesn't seem fair. And then you'll have the extroverted people that just don't really care about themselves and they'll say things like, well, the world's not fair, which is the most just heinous kind of thought process. But I've people love to say that. People in America love to say that. It's a very American egocentric. Well, the world's not fair because it's easy to tell yourself that. Because then you don't have to take any accountability for anything that happens to less fortunate people, and you don't have to think like, did I ever do anything that might cause harm, hurt people's feelings? And it's a great way to just not take accountability. And I'm not saying you shouldn't feel joy and your own happiness because I'm all about that. But I also think we shouldn't do harm and we should try to be kind when we can. And not always really. I don't advocate for people that just wanna I don't know. But they're on a different struggle bus. Their struggle bus is and they don't even know this, is they're just too egocentric. And I do see that as a struggle bus. It is. It is one because being egocentric isn't a prize in a box. I know right now it's being touted as such, and our current, like more so than ever, probably. But it's not a prize, and it doesn't make you beloved. It doesn't make you better. And I think anybody who, like, they're a little too just concerned about things that make them feel better, like, why is it that they can't stop for a minute and think, yes, I should think about my own life laying plate, but people that are truly trying to elevate their own happiness, they're working on being free and working within themselves. And that's something that as of today I'm working on too. Be free, be happy, be you, and what other people do really has nothing to do with you. And it's so true. It's so true because I'm not saying we should be like the egocentric people, but maybe we should adapt some of their energy and be like, we'll be kind, we'll be considerate, but let's give less of our time and emotional energy to things we cannot change anyway. And things that people do that just don't seem fair, kind, or considerate, they have nothing to do with us. They really don't. Because that is them, this is us. That's not the life we want to live. And I want to live my more introverted little life where, yeah, I just focus on little things. And I want to live smaller, more insular, and that I still think about the world, but I don't want to be one of these people that is just chasing like clout and fame. Like I think you can be on social media and build others up. I'm never gonna stop believing that. Okay, you should build others up because if you don't, if your whole life is about I don't know thinking about what makes you feel good in the moment, no. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm done with that game and show, that dog and pony show. Thank you, Colette. I appreciate that. Thank you, Carter. Yeah, like that one dude was pretending to like, oh, I'm so nice. I'm like, no, you're one of those. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Like, I knew it. Something was off. Like at the time, like, Mary, really? Because you are building into some of your Fantasyland hair fetish content commentary. There's always a time and a place where one of them will show up and they love to talk about that. But I just love to laugh. You know, I'm like, what? I mean, I guess I could have kept the comment, but I'm like, that's definitely weird. That's definitely not happening. You definitely want attention. That's fine. It's fine to want attention. But why don't you like do it in a healthy kind of way? You could do smaller braids, like accent braids, or maybe you could do like I don't know, fancy braids. Like I think that could be cute. Like just a braid out and then take it out. Oh my gosh, your hair would be so like fluffy. That'd be awesome. I usually like to do like several braids and braid them together. I'm liking that more lately than this. I just don't like a plain braid anymore. I do, but I don't. I mean, I like it, but I just like a more elaborate braid. But I'm just going for something that's a little bit faster at the moment. So I definitely need to wash my hair. It's been a couple weeks. I think it's time. Kind of. Plus, then when I did an updo, I don't usually put hairspray in my hair. I put some hairspray on the top, and it feels a little crunchy. Wash it. I tried to rinse it out just with water because I don't like to wash my hair overly so I was just trying to rinse it out. I'm like, oh, I should have done that. I had this vision, like I just didn't want my hair to be. I don't do slick backs, but I was just trying to tame it down a bit. So anytime I ever put mousse and I don't even know why I bought hairspray like a few months ago, but I did, and occasionally I use it with updos. But I always regret it afterwards. I'm like, I don't like that feeling. Like I want my hair to be very just like full and flowy. I don't want that crunchy feeling on top. Like that. I don't like it. It's not for me. I mean, I did rinse it out as much as I could because I wasn't ready to wash my hair yet. I'm just like, I don't, because it just, I feel a little bit of stiffness and I don't like that. It's just not for me. But anyway, this is my braid.